Interesting mixed weather today. I can see some plants starting to grow already. Spring's coming. And what did I read today? More news about places wanting to use drones, I guess, to monitor things like traffic for some reason. This one says, Shanghai trials drone-assisted traffic management. Shanghai's traffic police have initiated the use of drones at 6 key locations across the city to enhance precision and efficiency in traffic management. This technological advancement integrated into the city's traffic management support system aims to combat various traffic violations and alleviate congestion. In a recent incident, a police drone equipped with cameras and a speaker enabled traffic police to promptly intervene when a driver was caught using a mobile phone while driving. Can you imagine that? Driving with your phone and all of a sudden this drone, I don't know, flies right next to your window. Stop, pull over, or something like that anyways. It says the drones are currently undergoing trials at 6 major locations in the city. These locations have been identified through extensive big data analysis and are known for frequent and severe violations such as unauthorized entry by trucks and motorcycles, using electronic devices while driving, crossing the solid line, and cutting in line. Since the introduction of drones, local traffic police have reported a drop of about 60% in a number of 110 emergency calls related to traffic accidents and congestion over the past 2 months in the areas. In addition to deterring traffic violations, the police employ drones equipped with loudspeakers to conduct patrols, ease traffic congestion, and swiftly respond to traffic accidents and other emergencies. For instance, on March 8th, local traffic police identified an unusual congestion during off-peak hours with the assistance of a drone. They promptly located an accident and guided the involved parties to swiftly vacate the scene, resolving the issue through a mobile app. Would that actually be safe? Just flying like a drone and you have, let's just say here, no line of sight or anything like that? It must be really difficult to be aware of any, I guess, obstacles like power lines and stuff like that in a busy city. And currently it says the Elevated Road Traffic Police Brigade has deployed 4 police drones for video patrols in areas prone to frequent congestion during peak weekday hours. This new technology enables them to swiftly pinpoint congestion sources, allocate police resources, and implement specific measures to enhance road traffic efficiency. So are people going to be okay with this, I guess? And when I thought of drones, I read this story before about that DragonFire, for example, laser that's supposed to take down unfriendly drones, if that's what you want to say, or unauthorized ones. But it seems like here, for some reason, they're releasing things like videos, I guess. And like they say in the post, this DragonFire is a laser developed by the military, and you can see it's high power firing against an aerial target. It makes me wonder too, in these cases, how do they test these lasers usually? Do they just send up dummy balloons, for example, or do they literally send up a really cheap, expendable drone of sort just to make sure you can actually detect it and at the same time aim at it accurately? I still wonder though, like with lasers and so forth, if you're just shooting drones in the air, they would eat right through the drone, correct? So wouldn't it actually hit other targets as well, accidentally? And this was kind of an interesting piece of news. Usually when it comes to things like media and all that, or just talking about various subjects, well, a lot of regular people would get, let's just say, banned from platforms, except for mainstream media. But in this case, it seemed like it was in mainstream media. They got, I guess, censored, I guess you could say, here in Canada. It dealt with this, I guess, documentary, like here by the Fifth Estate, and it says what? Inside an alleged plot by the Indian government to kill Sikh activists in Canada. And it would appear, I guess, the Indian government demanded that platforms take it down. So you can read here, it says, YouTube is blocking access in India to a story by CBC's The Fifth Estate on the alleged contract killing of a Canadian Sikh separatist after the Indian government ordered the social media platform to take that action. So what kind of details does this thing actually have? Was it gruesome? Apparently there was, obviously, since it deals with things like a shooting. And it says, the Fifth Estate story released on Friday included video of the fatal shooting of Hardeep Singh Najjar last June as he left his place of worship in Surrey, BC. In an email to CBC on Wednesday, YouTube said it had received an order from India's Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to block access to the video of the story from its website. YouTube confirmed to CBC News Wednesday afternoon that the content has now been blocked from view on the India YouTube country site. While the content is restricted in India, the video is still available everywhere else on YouTube. So it makes you wonder why in that case, if it's just like, I guess, an investigation of sort. And it says, meanwhile, X, formerly known as Twitter, also informed CBC that it received a legal removal demand from the Indian government relating to the Fifth Estate story. Indian law obligates X to withhold access to this content in India. However, the content remains available elsewhere. X said in an email to the Fifth Estate, saying, quote, "We disagree with this action and maintain that freedom of expression should extend to these posts. Following the Indian legal process, we are in current communication with the Indian authorities." It says, in emails from YouTube and X to CBC, the platform said the Indian government was citing the country's Information Technology Act 2000 in making the orders. So it makes you think, if you're one of those people who say immediately ban this and that, what would happen like in this case, where you just don't have that information available because people, for whatever reason, don't want you to see it, especially when certain platforms, they have biases and all that too, in terms of types of information they would show. Either way, kind of an interesting situation. All right, see you guys later.